birds are a diverse group of vertebrates. Most are able to defy gravity and fly. Some are able to swim underwater, while others are incapable of flying or swimming. Evolution scientists believe birds evolved from dinosaurs. They refer to the oldest known fossil bird, Archaeopteryx, as a missing link because of its unique mix of both bird and dinosaur-like features.
Archaeopteryx is a classical example of a connecting links between two high systematic categories, namely the classes of birds and reptiles. Its skeleton is still dinosaur-like, whereas it had already fully developed feathers as the extant birds, and obviously it was capable of powered flight. The existence of such connecting links, that means intermediate stages between large groups of organisms, is a conclusion of Darwin's theory of evolution. And the discovery of the first specimens of Archaeopteryx met the expectations of the Darwinians and had an enormous impact on the scientific community.
Opponents of evolution believe Archaeopteryx was simply a bird. Many museum models portray Archaeopteryx with a scaly dinosaur-like head. Dr. Peter Wellmhofer, one of the world's experts on the evolution of birds, believes these museum models are wrong because scales were not found on the fossils. He contends that Archaeopteryx had a feathered head.
So we can reconstruct a model of Archaeopteryx based on the dimensions of the skeleton and based on the extent of the wing, of the feathers, of the wing and tail. We don't have a record of the body covering of the head, for example. So reconstructions are in most or in large parts are hypothetical and speculative. What is not known is the covering of the head, whether it was scaly. It doesn't mean that the lack of feather imprints means that there were no feathers. It's well possible that finer feathers and short and more delicate feathers just were not preserved as fossils, as imprints. They were too soft, too tiny. And how far the feathers reached around the skull, we just don't know. Whether it was scaly like a lizard, we don't know, but I personally, I'm very suspicious that that was true. But as I said, this is all speculation.
Many models of Archaeopteryx highlight the wing claws, which are thought to be similar to claws on the arms of dinosaurs. Opponents of evolution argue that claws on the wings are not necessarily a dinosaur feature. Bats have wing claws, but bats are mammals and unrelated to dinosaurs. Also, many modern birds have claws on their wings.
But we have also other birds, a lot of birds, which display claws as nestlings. This is not so rare. This is amazing. Yeah? I think most people don't know this.
No birds living today have teeth, but Archaeopteryx did. This leads some scientists to think this animal descended from meat-eating dinosaurs. Scientists who disagree with evolution point out that teeth are present in all vertebrate groups, not just dinosaurs. Also, the teeth of Archaeopteryx do not have serrations like their theoretical ancestors, the theropod dinosaurs.
Tyrannosaurus rex, the teeth are serrated like a steak knife front and back, and it was really for ripping flesh. Whereas in Archaeopteryx, the teeth are pretty smooth on either edge, and if they have any serrations at all, they're very, very, very faint serrations.
Birds today have a very short tail called a pygostyle, yet the tail of Archaeopteryx is relatively long, which some believe to be another dinosaur trait. Opponents argue similarities such as the length of tail cannot be used as evidence for evolution since many animals have long tails. Some museum models show Archaeopteryx in a dinosaur-like pose, using its wing claws to catch its prey. However, if the bones of Archaeopteryx are reassembled in a bird-like position, its skeleton takes on the appearance of a modern bird. And if the speculative scales are replaced with feathers, Archaeopteryx looks no more unique than other birds. Although scientists who support evolution believe Archaeopteryx evolved from a dinosaur, they have not found the fossils to prove this.
So we don't know exactly the dinosaurs from which the birds evolved. But there are so many features of birds which are dinosaur-like that most paleontologists think that they descend from these dinosaurs.
Opponents of evolution suggest that Archaeopteryx is a specialized bird, and without bird ancestors, the theory is essentially speculation.